I'm good.
Hey, we just transferred your.
Yeah, I got the details. Yeah.
Awesome. Man, what's happening with Sri Lanka cricket, bro?
I really don't know, bro.
Again collapse.
Yeah. And same dismissals like Hasaranga, Dhananjay De Silva, they all get dismissed by the same shot or same dismissal. And it's so sad to see that they actually not they're getting out by the same kind of dismissal. So it's
okay. First of all, tell me this. Okay, we know the three players they got. They breached the bubble and they got suspended. What's your take on that? What do you like? Who do you blame for that? Do you blame the players individually? What's your take on that entire, bubble incident?
I think players also should take responsibility, but the main responsibility should actually go to the Sri Lankan cricket management. But I don't know whether the management actually gave them a warning when they came to Durham because I heard in Cardiff the restrictions were not that strict compared to Durham. So Durham had more COVID cases than Cardiff. So I really don't know whether they gave them warnings or whatever. The Sri Lankan cricket management gave warnings to these players, what's the restrictions in that area and with the biosecure bubbles. So I don't know whether they actually
I think coach has some insights on that. They were allowed to go for 50 meters outside the
50
hotel
meters,
yeah.
To enlighten you, I think Durham it's stricter than Cardiff because this Delta new version was there. They found it and it was going through. And even though Delta was there, it was slightly, as you said, that whole England. This is basically they have lightened the thing, saying that okay, you can do this certain things. Especially England players can bring their families to the hotel, and Sri Lankan players are allowed to walk. I think 200-meter radius from the. But they were given small map saying that this is the area that you can go maximum. It should be done in certain times which people are not crossing over. Because I've been to Durham and I know that area also. And as I said, there's a bridge over the bridge there. You straight away go into the city. The city center is also there, and because of that, and if you enter that area, basically that you are into people, and by knowing that you're going there, as you said, that still people are pointing at fingers at each one, saying who's responsible for whatever. But I think we discussed about these scenarios, what could have been done, why. But my feeling is 90% players than anyone else, because you have the responsibility of your decisions, that you can easily say that I'm not doing that. Okay, especially in a situation like this where Sri Lanka cricket is very tough.
Yeah, now Pavan, I have a very important question for you. Okay, say if you look at these three players that got suspended, they are pretty key players for Sri Lanka. Okay.
Yeah, and then
sorry.
I mean, Niroshan Dikwala, he has an annual contract of $100,000 US.
Exactly.
And then Kusal is 80,000 and Danushka I think about 30,000.
So hey, actually, this is an interesting question. Sir, if they get suspended, are they going to get paid for that?
That's right.
No, they're not. No, the thing is that number one is that they will not get paid. Suspended period, I think they'll not get anything, but they'll get also fines because they have broke whatever the thing that they have signed. Even though they don't have contracts with Sri Lanka Cricket, they have tour contract which they signed saying that they are not going to. It's not only with Sri Lanka Cricket. The tour contract is happening between ICC and Sri Lanka team, which they don't breach. Basic stuff like keeping the sportsmanship going and things like that, which ICC can get involved, and because that there will be a fine.
Right.
It's not the first time that Kusal Mendis or Danushka Gunathilaka has been involved in this kind of conduct. I mean, I don't want to mention to the public what they did before. You can watch that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There are notorious characters in SLC. But Pawan, my question is looking at how horrible the ODI series went for Sri Lanka, especially the batting unit, and three batters were the ones who were suspended. Do you think if they were there, things could have been a little different for the team? And the main problem with them being suspended is that it created a havoc in our ODI batting lineup? Or do you think it was a blessing in disguise where we got to see new players in and make
I think it's actually a blessing in disguise because I don't think Dhananjay De Silva would have batted at number 4, especially for the second ODI. I don't think he would have scored a 90 if Kusal Mendis or even, if Danushka was playing, KJP would be batting at number 3. So then, DDS won't be able to bat at number 4. So I think actually it's a blessing in disguise. And then Hasaranga wouldn't bat at 5 as well for the first ODI where they had a 99-run partnership. So I think
are they underutilizing Dasun Shanaka? I mean, every game he comes as the insurance policy, scores like 20-30. Why don't they just bat him up the order? Give him some.
I think in the second ODI he batted at number 4. I think he got out pretty early. I think he scored only 1 run. I think
second ODI.
Yeah, second ODI he batted at number 4.
Oh yeah.
And then Hasaranga batted at number 6, and I don't know, they changed the order always. I think Asalanka.
You know what? But actually, the good thing is if we have a player who's scoring runs consistently in the lower middle order, maybe keep him there, man. We need someone there.
But I can understand why does Hasaranga, they changed Hasaranga's position. I mean, he bats at number 5.
That coach will tell you what's happening with Hasaranga, why they're not utilizing Hasaranga properly. Yeah. Should he bat up or should he bat down?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, the thing is that I think especially Hasaranga is really good with playing spin, and what Sri Lanka expecting is that to build up Hasaranga as number 6 and 7 batsman, because after Matthews we don't have someone who can bat at number 5, 6, 7. That's one problem that Sri Lanka consistently, because when we are going into this tour also, that our problem was that not the top order. We had enough top order batters, people who can bat in the below middle order with the tail, and I think we have found Hasaranga and Dasun Shanaka for that. The problem is that the top order is not batting and doing their job, because of that we can't utilize properly these two at what they are actually best at. Because if we are asking them to go and bat at number 1, 2, 3 or 4, what we'll do is that we are exposing them to alien conditions, but they are not used. And what they have been trying is that finding the best formula for the World Cup. I think they did the sensible thing by batting them at number 2, because it's like a captain who was throwing your best fielder at everywhere that the ball goes. You can't throw our batters at everywhere. Because that we have to keep them in the right places.
Yeah, and I personally think they should keep Hasi at number 5. I think he can play that role. Shanaka coming at 6, and DDS at number 4. I think that looks better. We have to, no point wasting Hasi down the order. Any questions you have for us?
Tarik Hasaranga, do we give him a chance to come in?
About Asalanka is a very good bowler, even though you don't know. He can bowl the carrom ball, he can bowl a lot of balls. And I think we didn't use, especially that's one thing I saw from Kusal Janit Pereira's captaincy. He doesn't utilize bowlers properly in the field. I think there was too much pressure, I don't know whether he got enough support. I saw Dasun Shanaka is helping him a lot, but it seems to be he's thinking about next bowling move while he was keeping. Even some of the chances going down because of that.
Right. No, I absolutely agree with coach over there. Pawan, you have any other questions for us?
Cricket contracts. Talking about that, is it like the worst point ever in Sri Lankan cricket right now? Will they actually sign the contracts? And then I heard from sources that if actually they don't sign the contracts, the Sri Lankan second team is going to play against India. I mean, the 30 players who are in that bubble, biosecure bubble in Dublin right now, are going to play for that ODI in 2020 series against India upcoming in July.
No, you're absolutely right about that. Basically, what I feel, coach will add on and go into detail with this, but what I feel what they're doing is they're basically coming up with that second team to sort of blackmail the first team, the first 11, to kind of get them to sign the contract. If you guys don't, we have 11 other players already. Yeah, 40 actually. So yeah, like I said, coach will get into detail with everything that's happening.
Yeah, the thing is that the controversy was there. The news is going on. I'm not into that thing. I'm into something else. I'm thinking about if this becomes chaos to everyone. Like, okay, what's going to happen if they don't sign? Are we going to play people who didn't play for last 2 years for Sri Lanka? Number one. Number two is that okay, then are we going to check the fitness test and 2-kilometer test and whatever the testing that's going on with that 13, or just going to play them without doing anything like that? That's one thing. Then second thing is that if these what I'm saying is in negative point. If these guys doesn't sign these 40 people, are we going to allow them to play interprovincial domestic setup? And if that doesn't happen, we are going to lose 40 around good players. Because that, I think Sri Lanka is joking here. And you can't do this because we are talking about best 60 around players in Sri Lanka. With the core of Sri Lanka, they have spent so much of money for these players. And you can't buy this experience.
Absolutely.
I think that's the my view.
No, absolutely. Great stuff, Pawan. Great questions. We're going to take someone else in, okay?
Could I ask one last question?
Sure,
about I want to talk about my technicalities of cricket because I use.
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Awesome. That would be awesome.
So I want to ask coach tips on how I struggle to play I struggle to play the uppercut and when it comes to spinners I struggle to play the reverse sweep. So how can I get tips on how to play those shots?
Yeah, Pawan, number one is that I have not seen you. The best thing is that you send us one of your videos when you're practicing. So that I want to see what's your basic structure of your batting. Because I can tell you something which is commonly what I see, but I don't think it will fit into you. But what I'm saying is that uppercut, if you uppercut or any cut, what you are saying, to play uppercut, the ball should be bounced slightly usual position to uppercut. And your field should be a bit closer than usual to do something like that. And in Sri Lanka, I don't think a lot of uppercuts are happening because we don't get that much of bounce other than few wickets which in Sri Lanka. And I think Palekale and other few wickets which get the bounce, you can play uppercut. But the basic of the cut shot is that you have to take your front shoulder with the shot, which you will get better angle of the ball. And especially when you are playing a cut shot, you are trying to get it to the closest boundary of the ground. And when you are playing the uppercut especially, remember that your bottom arm force will play a big part on that. Because that it might be different things you have to train your bottom arm for this.
Because I'm planning to play in uni in Australia, so will it actually help? Will it actually help?
What you can do is that our channel is the thing that you can use, that you can send us videos, whatever. Zora is there. Zora is a very
what I'm going to do, Pawan, is we're going to have this session very soon where we will ask all our viewers, all our subscribers, etc., to send us videos of them playing shots in the nets, etc., and then we'll have coach Jehan Mubarak, etc., all these people come in and give you tips on how you can get better. It's very hard to give coaching advice when we haven't really seen you. You are talking about uppercuts, reverse sweep. How you hold the bat actually plays a very big part in that. Your grip position, everything, your stance, your head positions, all the coach mentioned as well. The type of wicket you're playing at, South Africa, you'll get extra bounce, so much better chances of playing the uppercuts. All these things will play a factor, on whatever wickets you're playing, whether you're a top hand dominant player, bottom hand dominant player, all these things will come into play.
Adding into that, Zora, that we got someone who's playing cricket in Australia with us in our panel, because that you can use this experience also.
Yeah, Salman can actually definitely help you out there as well. Anyways, thank you so much, Pawan. I'm going to move to
thank you so much.
Shankar over here.
Zora and
thank you so much for joining us, man. Enjoy the rest of the show, okay?
Thank you.